Sometimes the most confusing pain is not abandonment, it's distance wrapped in love. There is someone who loves you deeply, not casually, not temporarily, but in a way that reshapes their sleep, their silence, their thoughts, and yet they are staying away, not because they stopped caring, but because caring too much started to hurt. You replay their absence like a mystery with no clues. You wonder what changed. You question if you imagined the depth. You blame yourself in quiet moments that no one sees. But psychology reveals something far more unsettling than rejection. Sometimes people don't leave because they feel nothing. They leave because they feel too much. As Friedrich Nietzsche once warned, the deepest wounds are inflicted by love itself. Tonight, this story will not give you comfort, it will give you truth. Because when someone who loves you deeply chooses distance, the reason is never simple. It is layered with fear, unhealed wounds, self-doubt, protection, and silent sacrifice. Chapter 1. They are afraid of losing you the wrong way. Sometimes people don't walk away because they stopped loving. They walk away because they're terrified of learning how they lose. They see how deeply they feel. They sense how fragile their heart becomes around you. And instead of surrendering, they retreat. Love makes some brave. Love makes others defensive. They imagine futures that could break them. They anticipate endings that haven't happened. They grieve catastrophes that exist only in their thoughts. As Seneca once said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. So they pull back, not from lack of love, but from an overwhelming fear of its consequences. They avoid calls, they delay replies, they pretend to be busy with life, but in truth, they are busy protecting their heart from a loss they are not ready to survive. Oil painting prompt, lonely figure standing at the edge of a stormy ocean, dark clouds rolling in, faint warm light behind them, deep emotional realism, expressive brush texture. Chapter 2. Love triggered old wounds. Deep love has a strange power. It does not only awaken joy, it awakens memory. Your presence reopened emotional doors they buried long ago. Abandonment, betrayal, disappointment, loss. They did not run from you. They ran from the version of pain your closeness stirred awake. As Carl Jung taught, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will control your life and you will call it fate. They may not even understand why they feel overwhelmed, but their body remembers what their mind tried to forget. So they distance themselves to regain emotional control, not because you harmed them, but because you reminded them how deeply they once were. Chapter 3. They feel unworthy of the love you give. Some people leave not because they feel superior, but because your love exposes their hidden shame. They ask themselves in quiet moments, why would someone like this choose me? Your patience feels undeserved. Your loyalty feels suspicious. Your consistency feels unfamiliar. As Plato once reflected, the measure of a man is what he does with power. And love is a terrifying kind of power. They don't trust themselves to protect what you offer. So instead of risking being the one who breaks you, they remove themselves from the equation. Distance feels safer than failure. Chapter 4. They are fighting an inner war you cannot see. You see absence, but inside them is chaos. They are battling fear, pressure, expectations, and self-conflict. They don't want to drag you into their storm. They isolate to preserve what they cannot fully hold. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Their thoughts have darkened, so they chose solitude, not to escape you, but to avoid contaminating you with their internal war. Chapter 5. Distance became their survival strategy. For some, distance is not cruelty, it is coping. When emotions become overwhelming, detachment becomes medicine. They regulate pain by limiting closeness. They survive by shrinking connection. As Epictetus advised, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do. They didn't stop loving. They simply learned to love at arm's length. Chapter 6. They left to protect you from their darkness. Some departures are not selfish. They are protective. They know their anger, their instability, their unhealed parts, and they refuse to let those wounds bleed onto you. As Rumi whispered through centuries, where there is ruin, there is hope for a treasure. But they believe their ruin is too dangerous to share. So they become silent heroes in your story, choosing loneliness so you don't suffer their storms. Chapter 7. They are waiting for the version of themselves that deserves you. They are not gone forever in their heart. They are suspended. They are working quietly on their broken pieces, trying to grow into someone who won't disappoint the love you offer. As Aristotle wrote, we are what we repeatedly do. They stepped away to become better, even if it costs them your presence. Final chapter. Love did not leave. Fear did not heal. Someone who loves you deeply, staying away is not absence of feeling. It is the presence of too much feeling without enough healing. Love remained. Fear remained. And fear was louder. They chose distance because they did not trust themselves yet. They chose silence because they valued you too much to risk destroying you. And here is the hardest truth. Not all love stories fail because love ends. Some fail because fear wins the argument with hope. If they ever return, it will not be because they forgot you. It will be because they finally stopped running from themselves. As Laozi taught, being deeply loved by someone gives you strength. Loving someone deeply gives you courage. They had the love. They are still searching for the courage.